Welcome back to another edition of the Executive Summary. Welcome back, executives. So today we're going to talk about 15 reasons why having bad credit isn't necessarily a good thing. Now, this video was meant to keep you positive and constructive in your journey and building your credit and building your finances. Now, in a world where good credit is often emphasized, there is still some silver lining to having bad credit. Let's explore 15 reasons why having bad credit isn't necessarily a bad thing. Number 1, realistic financial assessment. Bad credit forces you to take a closer look at your financial situation, encouraging better money habits, better money management, and budgeting. Now, when you have bad credit, it forces you to do the last thing correctly, budget. Now, a lot of people, especially in America, we get caught up on the spending, we get caught up on the flashy, we get caught up on keeping up with the Joneses, we get caught up on a lot of different things. But when you're able to take a step back and realize that if you obtain good credit and focus on having good money habits and focus on those things instead of the latter, you can actually build your life and it can actually humble you on the steps forward. Number 2, personal growth. Dealing with bad credit can lead to personal growth as you learn to overcome challenges and make positive changes in your financial habits. And that's what this video is all about. It's about making sure that you watching this video can grow personally, financially. Because we get caught up on what we don't have, what we can't get, and what we can't obtain right now. But that's really not the focus. The focus is your personal growth. Because we're all on a journey individually. We can have others that help us, but we're all on this journey individually. And it's your job to maintain your personal growth and build your credit and build your finances. And a lot of times focusing on the negative won't let that happen, won't make that happen. Number 3, value of patience. Working to improve your credit teaches and creates patience and persistence, valuable qualities in all aspects of life. And that's what it's all about. Having a broader aspect to your life beyond just the money. Because the money and the lack of the money or the lack of the good credit in this sense can really prohibit someone's personal growth and the value of the patience they can obtain in their personal life. And as you grow in your patience, as you grow in your courage, and as you grow throughout life in all aspects of your life, you can actually take a moment to realize that it's not that bad. Having bad credit is not that bad. You can do a lot with bad credit. You can do a lot with good credit. It's all about what you can do and what you can implement for yourself right now. So be a little bit more patient. Be a little bit more kind to yourself. Be a little bit more open to the possibilities that you can create, and don't rush the process. Number 4, reduced borrowing temptation. Bad credit can deter you from unnecessary borrowing, preventing you from falling into debt traps. And that's what a lot of us have done throughout our lives. Think about all the people in America right now. Think about them, all of them, who have college debt. I don't know the actual reporting because I didn't look it up in the process of this video, but we have a lot of college debt inside of the United States of America. And think about all the people who are not using that college degree to the maximum of its potential to bring in the revenue that they wish or thought they would bring in. Now also translate that over to credit card debt. And right now, what I do know, because I'm a trader in the stock market, one thing I do know is that our credit utilization when it comes to credit cards is at an all-time high. And when you think about those things, and when you think about the fact that you currently have bad credit and it is keeping you away from bad borrowing practices. So this is what this video is about. It's not really about how to get good credit. It's really about the value of where you are right now. And having bad credit or having not so good credit from keeping you away from getting certain loan types, whether it be business loans, personal loans, mortgage loans, the latter and the etc., really keeps you away from bad money habits. Also, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent here, and I'm going to talk about one thing inside of America right now, which is mortgage loans. Our mortgage loan application process is a very rigorous process in America. Now, also, if you look at where our loans are currently in America, there's not a lot of people lining up to be borrowers and to be the ones taking on debt for mortgages. In a way, that can be a good thing. Think about it. Number 5, focus on saving. With limited credit options, you may be motivated to build an emergency fund, promoting financial stability. Think about this. Focus on your savings, not on your credit, because if you have proper savings, there are some lenders out there that will allow you to leverage your savings account for credit loans. Or you could also leverage your savings account to get secured credit cards to also build your credit. There's many possibilities out there with the utilization of credit these days, and the way financial institutions are realizing that there are borrowers out there just like yourself, just like your parents, just like your cousins, just like your friends, just like your associates, who could benefit from having a robust or different approach to the credit utilization in their personal lives. So just think, if you were to take a step back to focus on your savings, focus on your emergency funds, focus on your business savings, focus on your personal savings, focus on different levels of security that you can have for yourself beyond just, I want to use credit to borrow so I can go spend. There's more to life than that. And this is the more to life thing that I'm speaking about. Number 6, stronger relationships. Open discussions about bad credit with loved ones can lead to stronger and more transparent relationships. In life, it's really about relationships. The transparency that you can create and display to others will build trust, companionship, and will encourage you to focus on your goals, focus on the process, and focus on bettering your journey day by day, instead of the wallowing in the fact that you don't have, you do lack, and you can't get. It's more to life than that. So focus on bettering your relationships as well, because you never know if one relationship can lead to another to help you understand something or get an idea towards the path that you're on. So focus. Number 7, alternative lending channels. Bad credit introduces you to alternative lending sources, which may have more flexible terms and better suited to your needs. Remember when I talked about that there's so many different credit lenders out there now willing to work with people who have decent or bad credit scores for a different motive and different perspective? This is just that point right there. This is just doubling down on that, because there are a lot of alternative lenders out there that I'm not going to mention in this video because there's too many of them. But when they hear this video, they'll understand that I'm talking to you guys. I'm speaking to you, because having bad credit or not having a perfect amount of credit to get some crazy business loan or some crazy business credit card so you can put towards whatever you wish or whatever you're looking for next is not always the 100% main objective right now, because there's other lenders out there that promote other different things for you, like let's say having an emergency fund. Just like we spoke about earlier, having that emergency fund can allow you to have a different asset class to leverage for getting a certain loan. So if you just think about the alternative or do some research on those alternatives, you'll find a lot of different things available to you. So don't get discouraged, just get creative. Number 8, creative problem solving. Finding unconventional ways to address financial issues, foster creativity and resourcefulness. Let's speak that again for the people in the back. Finding unconventional ways to address financial issues fosters creativity and resourcefulness. And that's what this is about. How resourceful are you? Because the rich, the people who you see who are financially well off, the people who you see who can do what you cannot do, they are very resourceful people. They get things done, they find a way around the objects, and they don't let things stand in their path and stand in their way for too long. It's about how resourceful you can be. And I'm currently living in America. It's all about resourcefulness here. It's all about the alternative credit solutions that you can foster to create the life that you wish to in your life. So don't get caught up on what you don't have. Like I said earlier, get caught up on how creative you can be to solve your problems. Number 9, focus on cash transactions. Bad credit encourages you to use cash, potentially reducing impulsive spending and promoting conscious purchasing decisions. Now, what kind of person are you when it comes to your spending? Are you an impulsive buyer? Are you a conscious buyer? What kind of buyer are you when you're purchasing things? When how easy it is to swipe your debit card, to swipe your credit card. Think about how easy it is to do those things when you're going out to retail stores, restaurants, and all these other things. How easy it is for you to swipe. But when you have cash in your pocket, just a little bit, not a lot, but when you have cash in your pocket, it allows you to focus on cash transactions. And when you see that you have a good amount of money to start the day, and as the day goes on, you're spending, and that wad of money gets smaller and smaller and smaller, it lets you realize the value of your dollar. And it lets you take a moment to consciously think, this is going away, and what am I getting in return for what I am using? And that's what cash really is. Cash is a tool. Don't let the tool use you. You use the tool for your life. Number 10, reduce stress from debt. With limited access to credit, you may experience less stress from managing an overwhelming debt. Debt can be very overwhelming. Debt can be very tiresome. Debt can be very crucial and stressful. So I advise you, while watching this video, remember, you don't have the stress of all that debt. You may not have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt currently. But if you had all access to credit that you wish you had, you may not have made some of the decisions you've currently made. So focus on that for a second. Believe in yourself for a minute, because having all that credit, having a high credit score isn't always what it's cracked up to be. And you may not be the person that's built for that kind of stress, which is the reason why you don't have it. So be grateful. Number 11, avoiding credit dependent traps. Bad credit can shield you from falling prey to predatory lending practices and credit dependent consumerism. Now, I'm a big proponent of this one right here, and this is something that I'm going to stress on a little bit in this video for you. I currently live in the United States of America, and we all know while living here there are credit predators. Now, we don't like to call them that because that's not the political way of using it, but when we think about this, there are loans out there that you can get for 1% down to buy a house with a 550 credit score, or having at least of a 630 credit score. Now think about that. Just think about that. How easy is it to get or use a 1% loan with a 600 credit score? How can that person with that level of income, with that level of credit reliability and credibility, how is that person going to pay for a $200,000 house on average? They're not going to. Most likely those loans get defaulted on. Most likely those loans get unexecuted. Most likely those loans just go down the trash. And that's kind of what happened back in the day. A lot of A+ loans were written off, and they were really C grade loans. When we have all these loans being put out here, those are really just credit predators, and they're coming after you, and they're looking to get you as well, and they're looking to build a business off the backs of the people who do not have good credit. Number 12, emphasis on credit education. Bad credit can lead to a thirst for credit education, empowering you to understand and improve your financial situation. Having that thirst for education will honestly realistically improve your standards. Because if you have certain education, it promotes you to learn how to avoid certain traps. It'll promote you to learn how to involve yourself in certain industries that are profitable, in industries that are booming. So it keeps you out of the way of the bad, and it promotes you towards the things in the good. And if you have the ability right now, which you most likely do if you're watching this video, you have the ability to sit back and watch. Sitting back and watching is not a bad thing. Having FOMO is not a bad thing. Just don't have the fear. Just understand you are missing out, and it's good to miss out because there's a lot of things in the economy that are moving fast. They're moving really fast, and they're looking to advertise and promote different things and put things in your pocket, put things in your hand, put that credit card in your hand, and put that thing wrapped around your bank account. They want you. So if you realize that they want you, you have the power. So now you can avoid them if they're not giving you terms and conditions that you agree with. Number 13, focus on future planning. Facing bad credit prompts you to think more about your long-term financial goals and develop strategies to achieve them. It's about strategizing. Strategize your life, and don't be afraid to be honest with yourself, be honest with your friends and family, to be honest with the things you can and can't do. And if you're able to do this, you're more likely to focus on your future and focus on your present rather than the mistakes of your past. Number 14, appreciation for progress. As you work towards better credit, every improvement feels like a significant achievement, fostering a sense of accomplishment. It's really good when you accomplish things and when you progress in life. And when you have that appreciation for the progress you made compared to where you've been and compared to where you come from, it really promotes healthier habits going forward. And if you're given everything all the time, and if you had to work for nothing, you wouldn't appreciate it as much. So take the time to appreciate where you are and appreciate the progress that you've made so far. Number 15, inspiration for others. Overcoming bad credit can inspire friends and family to make positive changes in their own financial lives. If you build those relationships with the people in your lives and you're more honest with them, it can promote them to have and do some of the things that you're doing as well. Because we're all trying to do essentially the same thing: be healthy, be happy, and be loving. So it promotes a lot of things that a lot of people will appreciate in your life. So don't be afraid to inspire some of the people in your life. Don't be afraid to act and take those steps and take those leaps and make those sacrifices, because other people are watching, and they're watching close. So be aware of who you are, be aware of what you are, and be aware of what you're doing. While bad credit may present challenges, it's essential to recognize the opportunities for growth and learning that can come with it. By embracing these positive aspects, you can turn your financial situation around and build a more secure future. Don't be afraid to subscribe. Don't be afraid to like the video. We will see you in the next one.